Okay, Sedgefield 500. For those that don't know, this is your crash course into the absolutely ridiculous challenge that lies ahead. The event goes back a couple years. The first time I noticed it was while I was busy fanboying Tegan Phillips. She did it a good couple of years ago, and having known Sedgefield, gravel still kind of getting off the ground, it just seemed like the most ridiculous thing ever. Years gone by, good mate of mine, Tony Lotter, entered and won the race last year, and it's kind of always been this looming, yes, I'll imagine one day if I could, and that all came to fruition at the start of this year when I lost a bet to Tony at 361, which I'm trying to get him to wear a wig. Obviously I'm never going to win, so I dyed my hair last year or shaved it, whatever it was, and this year it was like, well, if you lose, which I did, you got to do Sedgies. And long story short, here I am. What does prep look like leading up to this? Pretty much nothing. I did the gravel tour earlier this year from George back to Cape Town, 361 a couple of months ago. But leading up to this, with the Active Hobo being really busy, a lot of effort going in there, and a newborn, it's been, thank you very much, it's been really difficult to get the time in to do big miles, to do any gravel. I'm on a new gravel bike as well, just to add further fuel to the fire. The white one that I originally brought in got sold, and I'm on a new build, same size, different group sets. I'll just actual gravel wheels, so I'm expecting a better experience on the bike. Yeah, that's everything going into this. The majority of my prep, to be honest, has been just clearing mental space to be able to come and do this thing without, having done 361 and realized that was the part that goes first, is your mind. Just try to create space and time so that to be and just focus on what I'm doing, and been very fortunate to get advice from people that have done this race and many others. And just like real pearls of wisdom there. Enjoy riding your bike, don't overthink it. When things get dark, it's only going to get better. Just tons and tons of advice, really good advice and support. Guy in particular, Brendan, I have a string of messages from him recently, my amazing wife, and probably the biggest backer of this whole thing has been Tony, just an absolute legend, kitting out, using his tracker. I've got his Apidera bar bag on, and he's just been like never non-stop laboring around making this feel as supported as possible. Like, can't thank Tony enough. That being said, what are we in for? 512 Ks based on the course I've got loaded on my Garmin. There should be some B-roll I can cut to. It says 5,000 meters of elevation, but it's in fact wrong. It's 7,500. The halfway point is Oudtshoorn, and shit gets really real after that. Bex just posted on our WhatsApp group, you're going to need Ben to get out of there if you know. So I don't know, I'm going to find out. I doubt I'll be anywhere near Ben, which I'll talk about in a moment. But it's 26 hours is secretly my goal. Tony did it in 27 and a half last year, so if I theoretically beat him in time, hopefully he'll wear the wig. 28 hours is kind of realistically what I think I'm going to be capable of doing, which means departure tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. from the engine, which is where the race starts, would put me at 8 a.m. on Saturday morning, which brings me to another point, which is you don't have to do this in one go. You've got until the Sunday to do it, but I'm going to try and hash it out in one go and go straight through. Yeah, don't ask me why, it's just I feel the urge to try and do that. The race is officially cancelled, actually. A week or so ago, we got a letter stating that it officially won't be running. There's not going to be support. If you do go out and do it, which obviously we are, you will be fully unsupported, which this is normally anyway, but proceed with your own caution. Other people doing it, Ben Nokia, who I ride with and have done a couple races with over the years. I believe he's trying to beat the course record, which is something stupid. I don't even know what it is, but my guess is you'll probably be aiming for 25 hours. Go Ben, don't blow. Got put in contact with someone else that is also still going to be doing it. Guy I haven't met before, his name is Paul. So we'll be meeting him later today, and I guess all just connecting over the adventure ahead. Right now it's Thursday, I'm in Sedgefield. It's been raining all morning. Pray to the high heavens that weather dissipates away. Unsupported, trying to think what other information is relevant. Bike setup, like I said, it's the Alsmori 45 tires. I don't think 50s would be my go-to here. Tony's raises tons of relevant points, like any drag, any resistance, bar bags, anything like that. Over 26 hours, if you can save 5 watts, you're going to benefit substantially over that period of time. So there's just like so much thought that goes into it, like comfort versus performance. What equipment do you need? So that's bike choice. Amount of light that you have is a big consideration. So I've got the exposure light, which you can program to get up to like 30 hours of light, so that takes one big anxiety point away. Bought a new saddle bag that clips into the back that has just a lot more space. It's got a space blanket in there, tools, puncture repair, all that kind of stuff. Going to be traveling with the Rider electronic air pumper thing. Trialed it earlier, seems to work. I'm not going to take bombs. Maybe stupid, maybe not, whatever. It's a space saving. It seems to be reliable, having tested it a few times today. Really loud, but there'll be no one else out there, so not a big problem. Nutrition, I have a pretty, I wouldn't say complex, but a pretty comprehensive set of instructions to follow from Carl. I'm steering clear of the high fructose stuff, just to try and have as little stomach trauma as possible. Not that I've had from it before, but I'm steering clear of sugar or anything that really helps you rev. I'm planning on only using any caffeine after sort of midnight, which would be at like around the 20-hour mark. I don't want to. I just want to try and just keep carbs going, aiming for 80 grams of carbs an hour, which I think is unrealistic, to be honest, but I'm going to try. So I've got 20 odd gels packed into the bar bag. I've got carb mix. There is a 1 half fructose for each of my stops. A tonic mix for the bags. There is a use in case of emergency extreme caffeine shots as well, just in case. So I feel I think if anything, that will be the secret ingredient I have that might give me an edge out there. Nutrition's critical. I know it's going to be difficult to fuel gels for that amount of time, so I've only gone with the small, extra small 2 to 6 gels, which I think for this is absolutely brilliant. They still pack like over 50 grams of carbs, so I think that's a major hack. Oatturn is the last stop here. It's at the 250k mark, and that'll be the last time you can get real food. So Tony's advice is go big on the burger and chips there, and I'll be aiming to carry ideally 6 toasted sandwiches that I can squeeze into that bar bag by then, put some in the pockets, so that there's some solid food to get you through what's going to be the gnarliest part of this whole ride. So that's pretty daunting, the thought that after Oatturn there's nothing for 250 Ks. There's Uniondale, but who knows what's going to be happening at that hour once you get there. Man, I'm quite fearful, to be honest, but I feel like I'm going to get it done, mostly because I don't want to let my family and peers down. It's a weird thing to drive you, but that's the drive force. Really looking forward to letting everyone know how this went, and hope to play a very active role in the event next year to try and expose more people to it. So stay tuned for what I hope to be some really exciting developments as far as that's concerned. And just looking forward to riding my bike more than anything. If you do have any questions, if there's anything you'd like to know about the event itself, if you're thinking about doing it and you see this and you think no one else is going to be out there doing it, please get out on the road, come and join us. Yeah, looking forward to reporting back on how this wild adventure goes. Cheers.